Hi, my name is Taylor Robinson, and this is my story. So I grew up going to Lakeway Church. My uncle was a pastor over there, and I also grew up on a ranch with horses, and so I always competed, and I was mainly jumping and going to a lot of shows. The first thing that started with that was getting my horse Faith. She was the biggest blessing. She was my dream horse, all black and shiny. We would go to so many competitions. I would literally be able to just hop on her from the ground and stand up on her and just have my hands open like I was flying. One morning before school, she hadn't been acting normal. I took her to the vet, and she had a tumor, and it was cancer. Earlier that day, we had found out that she had gone into surgery and gotten a call that she didn't make it. And my heart just broke. And I honestly just turned my back to God. Didn't see a point in believing in Him if He took away something that I cared about so much. On our ranch, it was a 1-minute walk from my house to my grandparents' house. They loved watching me jump, and they loved Faith. They were always by my side, and it was always a routine for me to go over there, and my grandpa taught me so many things. And then my grandma Shuggy, best baker ever. At one point, my grandpa got diagnosed with dementia, and we ended up having to put him in assisted living. My grandma was on hospice at their house, and that summer I was in denial about it. I didn't visit them as much as I should have. I just remember my grandpa being bedridden. On his birthday, we went over to the memory care place, and he was barely awake. We had a band come in and start playing Willie Nelson, and I don't think I've ever seen someone so energized so fast. He got up and he wanted to go in there. He had his birthday cupcakes, and we were all sitting with him. And the day after that, he had passed, and then less than a month later, my grandma passed as well. I turned my back against God again, and I didn't have a desire to even really be close with Him. I met my Young Life leader, Anna, and we got a lot closer throughout me coming to Young Life, and we had started Bible study too. And there was a summer trip, and it was Crooked Creek to Colorado, and I was sort of interested. I found out that my cousin Kelly was speaking there, and Kelly is the daughter of my uncle that was a pastor that I previously started my story with. We had gone to Crooked Creek day after day. It was just obviously so pretty out there. So many times where I just saw her and she was speaking, and I was just waiting to hear what she had to say next. And she connected real life situations and her personal stories with stories in the Bible, and just made things flow. Anna and I had a day where we spoke about my past and just connecting more at the camp, and I just kind of told her everything that's happened and things that have changed. I remember one of the days that I was up there, it was just a really hard day. Kelly was speaking, and she was down in a meeting, and I just broke down. And I went down and sat with her, and I was just bawling my eyes out, and I was I just miss my grandparents, and I know you do too, and I know you understand, I don't know what to do. And that's, I think, when I felt the Lord trying to come through in a way, and I was just dude, I don't know what's happening. By the end of the week at Crooked Creek, Kelly was talking in one of her last services, and she had asked people to stand up if you are committing to the Lord and giving your life to the Lord. I stood up, and I stayed up, and they passed the microphone around and said your name and that you're staying with the Lord, and I was super happy after. I just remember running and hugging Kelly after, and having tears in my eyes, and just having a whole different perspective. So looking back, Faith and my grandparents and just everything that happened, that just made me think these are just more reasons not to believe in the Lord. It was just, it's a story. It's a story that God is writing, and now I believe that faith comes with patience, and patience comes with a purpose. And not everything's going to be perfect, but He does not leave your side. God isn't someone to take the pain away, but stays with you through the loss and brings beauty out of the brokenness. And Kelly really did change my life, and I know that she's changed thousands of kids' lives. Please help me welcome my